Alright, YouTube, let's get back to the Alexander campaign on Rome Total War.
My lord!
We left off last time at this point, so let's go ahead and end the turn and see what happens. Alright, so we're in control of some important cities. Unfortunately, there's a bunch of rebels right outside of Byzantium because I didn't leave much of a garrisoning force there. Let's see what I got here. I've got a small army here that I'm sure would be good enough to take out the rebels. I need to get them marching towards Byzantium. And I'm going to train some more troops in Byzantium to help hold the line in case we have a revolt or something. I retrained a bunch of troops here in Halicarnassus, and what we're going to do is try and switch these out for troops in Alexander's army that have taken a lot of damage. So here we have this unit of phalangites that's pretty beat up, so we're going to pull them out. Or, whoops. I'm going to send them into the city to be retrained. And I'm going to take some fresh units out of the city, like these here.
My lord?
And this one.
Yes, Stratigos.
And move them into my Alexander army. And then I'm even going to hire whatever mercenary troops let me have. I want as many troops as I can have. So now whatever troops we can retrain in the city, we want to do that. Which all I can retrain right now is that that group of phalangites. Or phalangist, I guess is what they call them on here. And I'll be training some extra troops there just in case as well. So there's our construction report. Looks like things are going fairly well in our city. Let's get a building up in this town, and we will build the temple there to help keep the town's happiness in a good spot. And it looks like I have also Scythian troops moving in on Byzantium, so it's a good thing I'm going to be training more troops. We're going to have a little bit of a situation there. In fact, let's get one of these family members from Sparta to start heading up this way as well. Okay. Let's go ahead and move to this river crossing. That way if the Persians attack, we'll be able to defend from that point. And let's end the turn there. Alright, this is precisely what I wanted. The Persians are going to attack me while I'm on the bridge, and so this is going to be another choke point battle. Alright, what I have put together here is kind of an impenetrable phalanx wall. So we're going to start the battle, and I'm going to keep them in formation and run them up to the bridge. About as close as I can get them. And then we're going to... there we go, that's perfect. I'm going to put them all right there, and then I'm going to put my spears down and leave them in guard mode. That way it will be almost no losses for me, and it will be nearly impossible for the Persians to get any kind of forces across the bridge. And then I'm going to bring my cavalry up. And someone pointed out to me that if Alexander dies, you lose the campaign, and I appreciate them pointing that out because I should really be careful with him. And normally I'm not so careful with my general. So let's fast forward, get the Persians to cross the bridge. Now they've got some Mardian archers there, so I might ought to keep an eye on my cavalry. If they start firing on my cavalry, I better get them out of there, because it looks like their archers aren't firing right now though, so that's an AI mistake. Looks like the Persians are kind of lining their army up single file there for the bridge crossing. And now the archers are firing into my massive phalangites, and they're causing some casualties, which is annoying. I really don't have any way to answer against those archers. And I wish the Persians would just go ahead and run across the bridge, or else those archers are just going to sit there and deal me a lot of losses. So I'll just keep it in fast forward here. I don't know why the Persians aren't attacking. They attacked me. They are hitting my cavalry some, so I'm going to move my cavalry out of range. Okay, now the Persians are coming across the bridge. Good. And they're coming cavalry first, which is certainly fine with me. And let's watch what happens when they hit my wall of spears and sarissas. Oh, whoops. I think I just told my cavalry to retreat by accident. I was trying to do the cameras from Napoleon Total War, and I push the W button, which in Rome Total War tells your troops to retreat off the battlefield. So yeah, that was almost a big mistake. Let me get you some close-up views here. Here's the Persian cavalry being slaughtered. The only losses my infantry is taking is from the Mardian archers. And those archers are causing me a fair amount of damage. Alright, all my phalangites are in guard mode now. I thought they were to begin with, but they weren't. And you're going to see that this is going to be a complete and total choke point slaughter once again. So this is something you can do on the Alexander campaign to save your troops casualties. And we're going to watch these crazy Easterners, each one continue forward and plummet to their death. So yeah, this is really not going to be much of a battle. So for those of you who saw the size of the amount of troops coming into the battle and you're all excited, sorry, there's nothing to be excited about. The only thing that's going to be large in size in this battle is the pile of Persian corpses right here on the bridge. But annoyingly, you can see those archers are still sitting there picking at my phalanx troops. I'm going to have it fast forward, so it's going to be a little bit laggy here. Let's zoom out. Alright, it looks like those archers are actually firing across at my... Oh wow, they have a ton of Mardian archers. Okay, I was wondering why I was taking so many casualties. It's because they have a full 5 or... Yeah, no, they have about 7 or 8 units of Mardian archers plus Persian general's bodyguard. So they have a ton of missile troops on the other side of the army. So as soon as these infantry are dispatched, which they pretty much are, I'm going to need to rush my cavalry across and answer those infantry that are tearing me up. So the Persians came with an epic number of missiles in this battle. So I kind of wish these Persians would just go ahead and get their attack over with. Now, of course, they are causing themselves some losses with missiles in the back. You can see the pile of green there. These immortals don't stand a chance. They're only medium spearmen to begin with, and they certainly won't be able to punch through this gap. So let's go ahead and turn the old fast forward on, get those guys routed. Sorry, this is going to be a little bit boring. Oh, wait. Yeah, the Persians are going to run for it now. So I've got to charge my cavalry in. This is kind of cheap, in my opinion. The Persians kind of leave their immortals there to clog the bridge up and stifle the ability of my cavalry to pursue. Yeah, all their troops are going to make it off the field, all those missile troops. That's really annoying. And actually, I've got Alexander running out onto that bridge, which was risky because those immortals are still there. But, oh well. I really want to try and break through to the other side. I really want to get a piece of these archers before they get off the field. And I just don't know if I'm going to have time to catch them or not, because I have heavy cavalry in the mix. Or I do have some Pedromi light cavalry there, so it's possible they can pull ahead. But my Alexander unit's leading the way right now. But nope, we're not going to make it, so I'll see you back on the campaign map, and that kind of hacks me off how the Persians sat there and picked at me with their missiles and then ran all their missiles back away into this town. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go besiege the city, and this way if the Persians will either have to come out against me or their city will just simply fall. So we'll see what happens there. And let's check our scrolls here. Just some announcement on buildings and stuff. And we still have that large group of rebels out in front of Byzantium. Let's combine these two armies here. And we are going to be able to hit these rebels now. And they of course pull back. So they're now pinned back against the sea there, and we'll be able to destroy them on the next turn. Pella probably needs a unit or two here to help reinforce, and if I end up with too many units, I'll just disband some so that I'm not wasting too much of my income. You can see our income is still limited, but for the time being, we're pretty much in the safe. Let's go ahead and end another turn. And it looks like the Persians have a huge reinforcement army, plus their men in the city. not to be unexpected, but also they have a lot of light troops, and I should be able to easily defeat them, especially if I can get a hold of all these missile troops. But this Persian general here, Darius, I'm assuming this is King Darius or something, because he's got the huge unit there, so we have a chance to kill Darius in this battle. Let's see what happens. Alright, I am back on the battle map. I've got my men set up in kind of a hill camping formation, and here I'm sneaking my light cav out behind the Persian lines, and I'm going to deal a death blow to these Mardian archers. Some of the Persian cav is turning my way, so I'm going to have to keep an eye out, but even if I just lose this one light cav unit, I'm not really too concerned. I'm going to try and get my light cav out of there, though. My men are going to get caught and routed. Shoot. Let's just see if I can cause some damage to these Mardian archers. Alright, I'm going to try and get my Padromi out of there. Let's go take a look at the battle lines. No real worry on the battle lines, because I have my Phalanx troops up on the hill, and they're going to be able to easily hold the Persians in control, but you can see that those Mardian archers are definitely taking a toll on my High Pacifist. I have them in loose formation in order to try and minimize those casualties.
The enemy general is slain, and now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
Alright, so those light cavalry are mine. I'm trying to get them out of the fray now, but I think I'm going to get caught here. I'm going to try and lure... crap. Yeah, I can't really pay attention to the whole battle. Now these Persian spearmen are just going to run right around the edge of my lines and go for my cavalry. The Persians have a huge number of troops in the vicinity. Really shouldn't be charging the backs of these spearmen with Alexander in case he dies by some freak occurrence. But I need to get those troops out from behind my lines. Get my High Pacifist to take down this unit of Persian infantry that's behind my lines. And now I'm going to go hit these routing Persian troops. Now some of you were saying you want me to get more close-ups. That's all fine and dandy. I'd love to have more close-ups, but I have to also control my troops, so I have to be careful at the same time. I'm going to plow right through this unit of light spearmen out here. See if I can get the quick knockout on them, which I do. The Persians have a ton of troops, like just a ton of archers out here, and the quicker I can get rid of these archers, the fewer casualties that I will take in my troops. You can see the Persians are trying to march around my flanks here. Gotta keep an eye on my cavalry and make sure I don't get Alexander run into a group of spearmen. Right now I'm just trying to rout these Mardian archers, and you would think that getting hit by this many units of heavy cav would be an instant rout on archers, but apparently not for some of those units. And I want to give kind of deal the business to as many of these archers as I can. These are annoying units. The archers are a good way for the Persians to cause me a lot of casualties. Alright, well you can see this battle's going in my favor, and it's pretty much just going to be me hunting down troops, so that's pretty much it for this video, and I'll catch you back on the next.